become future stars. Chapter 7. How Things Work. Let's learn together. To identify different ways in which objects move, roll, slide, swing. To understand the role of push and pull forces in movement. To recognize how simple machines help us in our daily tasks. Understanding the things around us. We use many objects in our daily life, like pencils, erasers, school bags, fans, spoons, and toys. Each of these things has a special purpose. They help us do different tasks easily. But have you ever wondered how these things actually work? Let's look at a few examples. A pencil helps us write because it has soft graphite inside, which leaves a mark on paper. A fan cools us by spinning its blades and moving the air around us. A toy car moves when we push or pull it. Some toy cars even work with batteries and motors. By observing things carefully, we can learn how they are made and why they work the way they do. This helps us understand the world better and makes us more curious learners. Types of movements. Things around us can move in different ways. Each type of movement depends on how the object is made and how it is used. Let's understand the main types of movements. 1. Linear movement, straight line movement. Linear movement means moving in a straight path from one point to another without changing direction. It is the simplest type of motion and can be seen in many day-to-day activities. Example: a car moving on a straight road, a train on a straight track, or a ball rolling across a flat floor all show linear movement. 2. Back and forth movement. Back and forth movement means moving again and again in the forward direction and then returning back. It is also called to and fro movement. We can see this motion in many things around us. Example: a swing moves forward and then comes back. A clock's pendulum also moves back and forth. This type of motion is also called to and fro movement. 3. Up and down movement. Up and down movement means moving first in the upward direction and then coming back down. We can see this motion in our daily life. Example: when we throw a ball up in the air, it goes up and then comes down. The movement of a swing also shows up and down motion. Even an elevator in a building moves up and down to take people to different floors. 4. Rotational movement, spinning movement. Rotational movement, also called spinning, happens when something turns around a middle point inside it, instead of going straight. Every part of the thing moves in a circle around that middle. Parts that are close to the middle go in small circles, and parts that are far go in bigger circles. Because it keeps turning, it keeps making those circular paths. That's what makes spinning different from moving straight. Example: a fan, a spinning top, lattu, or a potter's wheel. Rolling and sliding. Objects move in different ways depending on their shape and the surface they are placed on. Some objects are round in shape and when pushed, they move forward by rotating over the ground. This kind of movement is called rolling. For example, a ball, a wheel, or a rolling pin rolls smoothly on flat surfaces. Rolling movement requires less effort and allows the object to cover more distance easily because there is less friction between the object and the surface. On the other hand, when an object moves forward without rotating, it is said to be sliding. This usually happens with flat or box-shaped objects. For instance, a book or a box pushed across a table slides instead of rolling. Sliding movement requires more force because there is more friction between the object and the surface. Rolling is generally smoother and faster compared to sliding. Pushing and pulling. In our daily life, we often use two kinds of actions to move objects: pushing and pulling. When we apply force to move something away from us, it is called pushing. On the other hand, when we bring an object closer by applying force, it is called pulling. These actions help us do many tasks, such as opening, closing, lifting, or shifting things from one place to another. For example, we push a door to open it and pull it to close. When we want to open a drawer to take something out, we pull it towards us. Similarly, we push a toy car to make it move forward, and we pull a shopping trolley behind us while walking. Pushing and pulling are simple actions, but they are very useful in making work easier and in moving objects around us. Floating and sinking. When we place different objects in water, we notice that some of them float while others sink. Floating means the object stays on the surface of the water, while sinking means the object goes down to the bottom of the container or water body. For example, when we drop a leaf or a paper boat into water, it stays on top and floats. But when we drop a stone or a metal spoon, it quickly sinks to the bottom. This happens because of the weight and material of the object. Light objects or objects filled with air, like a plastic bowl or a sponge, usually float. Heavy and solid objects like coins or iron nails sink because they are denser than water. The shape of the object also matters. Sometimes even big objects can float if they are hollow or shaped in a way that spreads their weight, like a real boat or a ship. So, both the material and shape of an object decide whether it will float or sink. Floating and sinking is an interesting science concept. We can learn a lot by doing small experiments with water and different objects at home or in school. Magnetic and non-magnetic things. Magnets are special objects that can attract certain materials towards them. However, not all things are attracted to magnets. Based on this property, objects around us can be grouped into magnetic and non-magnetic objects. Magnetic objects are those that are attracted to a magnet. These are usually made of metals like iron, steel, nickel, or cobalt. Common examples of magnetic items include nails, pins, paper clips, tools, and some metal parts in machines. Non-magnetic objects are those that do not get attracted to a magnet. These are usually made of materials such as wood, plastic, rubber, glass, or cloth. For example, a wooden scale, rubber band, plastic spoon, or eraser will not stick to a magnet. We can test whether an object is magnetic or non-magnetic by bringing a magnet close to it. If the object gets pulled toward the magnet, it is magnetic. If it does not move, it is non-magnetic. Simple machines around us. We use many tools every day that help us do work easily and quickly. These tools are called simple machines. They do not have many moving parts, but they help us lift, push, pull, or move things with less effort. We often use simple machines without even realizing it. Here are some common types of simple machines. Lever. A lever is a rod or bar that helps us lift or move things easily. It rests on a fixed point called a fulcrum. When we press one end, the other end moves up. A lever makes our work easier because it reduces the effort needed to lift heavy things. For example, we use a seesaw in the park, which is a type of lever. Crowbars, scissors, and bottle openers are also levers. They show us how simple machines help us in our daily life. Examples: seesaw, scissors, bottle opener, crowbar. Wheel and axle. A wheel and axle is a simple machine. It has a round wheel attached to a rod in the center. The rod is called the axle. When the wheel turns, the axle also turns with it. This helps us move or carry heavy loads easily by rolling instead of sliding. The wheel and axle make our work faster, smoother, and less tiring. We see wheels and axles in many things around us, like carts, bicycles, cars, and even door handles. Without wheels and axles, it would be very hard to travel or move heavy objects. Examples: bicycle, cart, toy car, doorknob. Pulley. A pulley is a simple machine made of a wheel and a rope. The rope passes over the wheel, and when we pull one end of the rope, it helps lift or pull things up. A pulley changes the direction of force, so instead of lifting something directly, we can pull the rope down to raise the object up. This makes lifting heavy things easier and faster. Pulleys are used in wells to draw water, in cranes to lift building materials, and even in lifts. They save our energy and make hard work simple. Examples: pulley in a well to draw water, flagpole, crane. Inclined plane. An inclined plane is a sloping surface that makes it easy to move heavy things up or down. Instead of lifting an object straight, we can push or roll it along the slope. This reduces the effort needed and saves our energy. For example, ramps in schools or hospitals help people move easily with wheelchairs. Shopkeepers use wooden planks as inclined planes to roll goods onto trucks. Even slides in playgrounds are inclined planes. They help us do work in a simpler and smoother way. Examples: ramp, slide, road on a hill, staircase edge. Screw. A screw is a simple machine that looks like a nail with ridges or threads wrapped around it in a spiral. These ridges help the screw go inside wood, plastic, or metal when we turn it. A screw holds objects tightly together so they do not come apart easily. It also helps move things slowly with less effort. For example, screws are used to fix chairs, tables, and machines. The lid of a bottle or a jar also works like a screw. Even a jack used to lift a car has a screw inside it. Screws are very useful in our daily life because they make work easier and safer. Examples: bottle cap, jar lid, screw in wood or machines. Wedge. A wedge is a simple machine that has a sharp edge. It is used to cut, split, or break things apart. It works like two inclined planes joined together. A wedge makes our work easier by allowing us to apply less force. We use wedges in many tools around us, such as knives for cutting vegetables, axes for splitting wood, and nails for joining pieces of wood. Even the teeth of animals are shaped like small wedges, which help them bite or tear food. Examples: knife, axe, nail, chisel. Recap. We use many objects daily, and each one works in a special way. Objects move in different ways like straight, back and forth, up down, and spinning. Rolling needs less effort than sliding, and pushing or pulling helps us move things. Some objects float in water, while others sink depending on their weight and shape. Magnetic materials stick to magnets while non-magnetic ones do not. Word search. Graphite, a soft black material inside pencils that helps in writing. Pendulum, a hanging object that swings back and forth. Friction, the resistance when two surfaces rub against each other. Magnetic, a material that is attracted by a magnet. Pulley, a simple machine that helps lift objects using a wheel and rope. Like, share, and subscribe.